Good afternoon. Welcome and thanks to everyone for coming. I know you're all very busy, but we have some very good news that I'd like to share with you. Actually, this program is being beamed to the Tech Center from here and the Tech Center. Reason why we're a little late, we like to always be on time with our systems. We're using the same equipment, I understand, that the Pope used when he was going around, but I think he had a little more pull than we've got here. And we had a little glitch at the Tech Center, but I understand that we're now up and live out there. I know there's been a lot of rumors as to the purpose of this meeting. I've heard some extremely interesting reasons for being here, such as we're going to reduce prices in the cafeteria, but only on the 8th floor. I think the most creative one is that we are now going to start charging for parking at the Tech Center. I think I should have started listening to all those and taking them down. There may be some ideas here. Actually, we're here today to recognize some very, very special people who have really lived up to our mission in every sense. So I've called this meeting today to recognize and thank them for an outstanding job. I strongly believe that these people deserve the extraordinary recognition that this particular meeting represents. Without a doubt, in my mind, they deserve all the time, the money, and the effort that it takes to hold this meeting to honor them. Even in cost-conscious days, I think it's important that we recognize outstanding performance and outstanding people. They personify our new mission, and I'd like to talk to you about that for just a minute. I know our new mission statement has been socialized a bit, but I'd like to take this opportunity to give you my own views. We are dedicated to being the leading customer-focused provider of quality information products and services, including information processing, software engineering, network engineering and management, systems integration, and facilities management. Now, I won't get into all the details of what each of those things mean. I think that's a big challenge that we all have in the months and years to come to fully understand that. What I wanted to mention is that the executive staff and I worked a long time to understand what it was we were and how we wanted to focus ourselves. And we really, when we first started out on that mission, we really intended to be what is referred to as market-focused, and by that I mean specific industry-focused. But the more we talked about it, the more we came to the conclusion that with the exception of the telecommunications industry, which we have great expertise, we did not have a great body of knowledge in any one industry. And that in order to mobilize this organization, we really ought to focus on what it was that we do very, very well, or that we think we can do very, very well, and then leverage upon that experience. So that's the reason why we listed those particular items, because we think we can become experts in those areas, or that we already are. The second piece of the mission statement is that we compete in those markets where our products and services will provide the greatest value to our customers and their customers. We clearly want to state that we are in a competitive marketplace. We must compete. We must understand ourselves, of course, but also our competitors. But that the real strength of that statement is in the last line there, and that is the greatest value to our customers and their customers. And what that has reference to is that we are only successful when we understand enough about our customers that we can make them successful, and we make them successful by looking at their customer base. And then the last part was really a reaffirmation of our value system, where we say we commit to providing unparalleled customer satisfaction through quality in all our products and services, innovative technology, which is customer-focused, and professional people who serve our customers. We wanted to go public, on the record, that we wanted our organization to really strive towards understanding our customers enough that we could make that statement that we will offer unparalleled customer satisfaction through quality, and the implication of quality is a customer focus, innovative technology, because I think we must continue to push technology and we must continue to strive for an innovative organization, and then a focus upon our people and our people who do serve our customers. Now, how does this mission statement relate to why we're here today? When we started the Commercial Services Division, we wanted to build an ongoing commercial business that by 1991 would contribute $100 million annually to GTE revenues. We knew we needed to leverage what we do best. We wanted to use information technology in an innovative way to change the way American business is performed. We knew that it would not be easy. It would take risk-taking, it would take innovation, and it really would take a lot of persistence in the face of many naysayers. To be successful, to reach the tough goals we set for ourselves, we knew we would have to go after some large contracts. And as an old Western saying goes, eagles don't feed on flies, or big dogs need big bones. We knew we had to get some big hitters. Now for the purpose that I called you all here today, I'm pleased to announce that today that we have scored a major success with TCOM. This special meeting is to recognize, in a relatively extraordinary manner, the TCOM project teams for their outstanding achievement. But first, I'd like to give you a little background on TCOM. TCOM, an entrepreneurial group based in Washington, D.C., was founded in 1986. The major players at TCOM are William Bolger, chairman of TCOM and former Postmaster General of the U.S., Robert Ryan, president and CEO of TCOM, but also former founder of Dialcom and The Source, Eugene Johnson, TCOM's executive vice president, a former senior manager at ITT, and former general manager of the electronic mail division of the U.S. Postal Service. These are all experienced entrepreneurs. We began negotiating with TCOM for software development, processing, and network services in late 1986. As a matter of fact, I did not meet Bob Ryan until the St. Petersburg Grand Prix in November of last year. During this time, we were bidding against a couple of patsies, EDS and AT&T. As you know, we beat AT&T, we beat EDS, and we won the contract, which was awarded December the 15th, 1986. This project required very innovative systems integration of many new technological components under a fixed price and a fixed delivery date. It also included a telecommunications network and the use of new IBM computer nodes in 25 cities, and all 25 cities were to go online at the same time. It's a small risk project. The TCOM system became fully operational September 1, 1987, on time and under budget. This is a super accomplishment due to the difficulties of the task and the time constraints. Just for a few facts, The final system had over 250,000 lines of code, which included 120 programs. It was developed as a result of 23 man-months of effort, and all accomplished in just 8 months. For those of you who keep up with some of the statistics in the software development arena, the development piece of this came in at a productivity factor of 18. That's, I think, the highest productivity factor that we've had in any of our development efforts so far. If you include the code that was purchased and integrated into that total, and had you had to build that code yourself within that short time frame, we're talking a productivity factor of 22, which is an incredible productivity factor. From a quality standpoint, at least as of the time I got my information, unless, Ray, you've got some new word today, there have been no priority 1 PARs. There have been only 4 priority 2 PARs and 1 priority 3 PAR. Very high quality software development effort. Let me take just a moment to tell you about some of the innovations involved. It was the first time ever for the use of the full, pardon me, the full IBM 9370 in a networking environment. And we had some very interesting dialogues with IBM throughout this effort. I can tell you because I made some of the phone calls. Electronic manifesting, that's a little subtle. What that means is that for the first time, the U.S. Postal Organization, you can imagine how innovative and risk-taking that organization is. For the first time, the U.S. Postal Organization is accepting a computer printout of the mail that's going through. In other words, there's no postage meter involved in TCOM. It's all computer monitored and computer manifested. So there had to be a real cultural change within the U.S. Postal Organization, as well as the technology to cause that to happen with audit controls and all of that. And then the remote management of the 9370 computing nodes from Tampa. There were a number of other ones, but those are the things that really impressed me as far as this thing being a unique first. I've had a difficult time in explaining to my supervisors over the period here exactly what TCOM is. And I finally struck upon, I call this my Reagan chart, real simple. If you can take the analogy of Federal Express, just think in terms of Federal Express. Let me walk you through the Federal Express analogy. You have a package that you want to go somewhere. And those of you who handle this stuff know that you as a customer must package this up, get it to a Federal Express office who flies all that mail to Memphis. Whether that is the mail originates in Tampa and must go to St. Petersburg, it flies to Memphis. They have a very sophisticated operation there, incidentally. But it all goes to Memphis, then goes back to, is sorted, goes back to a regional airport, put in truck to the Federal Express office, and then put in other trucks for delivering to customers. Now, I refer to what TCOM is and what our role in this is as an electronic Federal Express for first-class bulk mail. And if we can change some of the titles here, Federal Express becomes TCOM. The customers are still the same kind of customers, could be, but it's generally those customers who have major computer operations and the data they want sent first class is in their computer operation. That is sent via telecommunications lines to Tampa, Florida, the Tampa Data Center's central processing facility. From there, it is in the Tampa computer facility. Zip codes are put on, letters are written, drafted, all electronically. Then that is sent via lines, telecommunications lines, to what is referred to in the press releases as regional operations centers. And those regional operations centers are the IBM 9370s, laser printers, the ability to fix graphics and signatures at those locations. and then it is put into the U.S. Post Office for delivery. You will see, I think in a film clip in just a few minutes, that for 65% of their mail, they are guaranteeing one-day turnaround. The rest of it is guaranteed within a two-day time frame. So you can see why I say the analogy is one of an electronic Federal Express. Okay, now we have a short videotape which was prepared by TCOM. This was shown to a large group of national and trade press and venture capitalists too at the National Press Club in Washington, D.C. only last week, which I attended. In this videotape, you'll notice some shots of GTEDS facilities and the people. I think this tape does a good job in a short period of time of describing the TCOM business to you. Let's roll the tape.
If time is money, then saving time offers the competitive edge. And that's critical to businesses and trade organizations who must quickly reach thousands of their customers and members. HPM, High Priority Mail, can give you that competitive edge. For high-volume mail users, HPM offers fast, easy, and cost-effective delivery of first-class mail throughout the U.S. in 2 days or less. It's a service of TCOM, a Washington, D.C.-based company, and what HPM delivers is terminal or computer-originated mail. Here's how it works. At no charge, HPM installs computer software and systems that relay your mail to the communications network via landlines or satellite connection. Then, it's beamed to HPM's central processing facility. HPM sets up connections at no charge to the customer. Once at central processing in Tampa, Florida, your mail is sorted electronically to maximize delivery efficiency. Here, addresses are checked, zip codes are verified, 4-digit zip plus 4 code is added, and digitized logos and signatures are incorporated. Then, HPM sends your first-class mail to regional operating centers around the country. There are 25 strategically located centers in major metropolitan areas, from Washington, D.C. to San Francisco. At the regional operating centers, IBM laser printers convert the electronic message into hard copies at the rate of about 1 million pages per day. Here, the letters are specially coded for the next step in the process, the paper handling and inserting units. The codes ensure the mail is properly routed and inserted into the final product, distinctively eye-catching envelopes. Finally, HPM delivers the hard copy mail to U.S. Postal Service transportation hubs serving each geographic area. This streamlined process and high-speed equipment results in remarkable turnaround time. Overnight delivery to 65% of the U.S. population. A maximum of 2 days delivery to all U.S. destinations.
The reason we can offer that type of service is quite simple. We move material from the customer's computer to our center in Tampa, Florida, and out to our regional operating centers electronically. That entire movement flow takes less than 1 hour.
A major plus of HPM, the two-color double-window number 10 envelope. It really stands out from all other mail. Research shows this design is viewed to have much more impact than regular mail. The HPM envelope was also seen as more important and time-sensitive than first-class mail, and its applications are almost limitless.
The groups that would most benefit from our service would be nationwide mailers who have high volume, high computerized first-class mail needs. They would come from a lot of industry sectors. In the insurance industry, it could be price change notifications. To the transportation industry, weekender and frequent flyer programs. To the banking community, could be credit card change notifications. The product is applicable across all industry sectors.
HPM high-impact mail can make the difference in press releases, invitations, announcements, and sales promotions. For the auto, toy, or drug manufacturer recalling a product, HPM can make a difference where lost time can cost money and even lives. HPM can also be an important tool for trade groups needing quick notification of members for lobbying and fundraising efforts. And HPM can speed up work in the credit collection side of business, improving cash flow. HPM's flexible system offers every feature needed to reach customers cost-effectively. It can take your company logos and signatures and store them in TCOM's secure system. The system can create forms, allows you to mail up to 5 pages, and HPM's two-sided printing capability is further enhanced by a return envelope capability. In addition, variable message typefaces are available. And high-resolution laser printing means high-quality reproduction. What's more, you can have up to 5 pre-printed inserts included in any mailing. Through customized service like this, companies can include their own material into their HPM mailing. HPM, it's a high-tech package of features and benefits that customers appreciate.
All right, for many businesses, time is extremely important. Their distribution of 1 day or 2 day means a lot to them, and this offers them the capability of a large distribution of volume mail in a very short amount of time at a reasonable cost.
HPM offers business several advantages. Speed. HPM eliminates the majority of steps the U.S. Postal Service performs in handling your mail. HPM simplifies mailing, providing the interface with the firm's existing data processing and correspondence system. All the company must do is key in a few simple commands to send TCOM the variable text of the message and other instructions. TCOM does the rest. And its 7-day, 24-hour online availability means HPM is ready whenever its customers need it. What's more, it's reliable. HPM utilizes backup systems to ensure the mail arrives on time. This is done by continually tracking mail from a firm's computer to the post office. It's a highly sophisticated network that ensures maximum reliability. Another benefit, HPM improves cash flow by speeding up the billing process. After installation, HPM reduces a firm's resource needs by handling all phases of mail production, and HPM offers volume discounts to frequent high-volume users. HPM's envelope design gives mailings considerably more impact than regular first-class mail. Recipients will recognize the package, sense the urgency of the message, and value of your communication. The HPM system is a blend of state-of-the-art technology and experienced management. The chairman of the board, William Bolger, is a former Postmaster General of the U.S. TCOM's president is Robert Ryan, a pioneer in electronic mail. He founded Dialcom, the first worldwide computer-based mail system. Eugene Johnson is executive vice president. He's a former senior manager at ITT and general manager of the electronic mail division of the U.S. Postal Service. HPM is further enhanced by its top-quality technical system providers. Each is a leader in its field. GTE Data Services provides the communication and data processing systems and software. Pitney Bowes supplies state-of-the-art paper handling equipment. And IBM provides its latest system developments, the 9370 mini computers and state-of-the-art laser printers.
HPM differs from its competition in many respects, but primarily the emphasis that we place on speed, impact, and reliability for all pieces of mail moving through the system differentiate our product from all other products in the marketplace. We can move all mail throughout the United States with a 2-day delivery standard, and 65% of the population can be delivered to the first business day. That differentiates us from all of our competition.
TCOM's high-priority mail system maximizes the efficiencies of electronic data processing, telecommunications, paper handling equipment, and the unparalleled distribution system of the United States Postal Service. HPM is the only service to offer high-volume first-class mail customers these features with up to 65% next-day delivery throughout the United States. Through a sophisticated communications network and solid management, the HPM system can give any organization the competitive edge.
Good old story there. Our mission states we're only as successful as our customers, and our focus should be on making our customers successful. This partnership, I think, is really working at TCOM. TCOM's first-year goal was to process some 24 million pieces of mail. In their first month of doing business, TCOM has already received customer subscriptions amounting to 30 million pieces. Now, that's a real success. Our contract with TCOM is for a minimal $50 million over 5 years. But we also get 10 cents a message over a base amount. So as TCOM becomes more and more successful, so does our contract become more and more successful for us. And we also have some piece of ownership that John Neal and crew negotiated during the negotiations with TCOM. So as they become a successful enterprise, we are also a piece of that ourselves. Now, GTEDS has received excellent publicity in both national papers, trade press, due to our success with TCOM. Since April, GTE Data Services has been mentioned in over 30 major articles. These articles appear in such publications as the Wall Street Journal, Dow Jones Wire, Telephony, Telephone Engineering Management, Computer World, Network World, MIS Week, Communications Week, Washington Post, Tampa Tribune, the Orlando Sentinel, believe it or not, because that's a regional operations center, and many, many others. So this particular contract has given GTE Data Services very large national coverage. Now, the success of any business is a result of the quality of its people, and I think we have some excellent people in this organization. I'd like now to invite the whole TCOM team to come up on stage and accept a special certificate. John Neal and your entire team, Ray Adams, you and your entire team. Come on up. Again, my very heartfelt thanks for a super job for putting GTE Data Services on the national network, in the national press, and such a super job with the customer and giving unparalleled customer satisfaction. There's always some little glitches that happen in these kind of situations. There's very, very few. You've done just a super, super job, and I sincerely appreciate it. So congratulations. I've got a little story to tell. When we started putting this recognition event together, we had a fantastic idea of a nice dinner, dance, drinks, and we was down the road planning that, and then the other night through the mail I got this invitation. Well, as I got to investigating that, as I found out, Ray, in his inimitable fashion, took a risk and went ahead and planned his own recognition event for his team, which I fully support. As this group knows that they are planning a special event recognition dinner this Friday at the Don Cesar for all of you and your spouses, our guests. So again, congratulations on that. You may not know, but at the Academy Awards, people that are on the Academy Awards, they generally have a little film clip, videotape film clip, of that particular event when they're there. So today's videotaping of this event here will be copied, and each one of you will receive a copy of that for your own archives. Again, my thanks for the team for a job very well done. So congratulations again. If I could have Ray and John stay for just a second. We'll take that and put a frame on it. Okay, great. It also takes very good leadership to accomplish this kind of success. And we had that in a combination of John Neal and Ray Adams. I'd like to present each of you with a special desk pin set engraved for Outstanding Leadership, TCOM 1987. And it looks like this. Okay, John and Ray, I'd like for you to say a few words if you'd like.
I'd like to first say, Don, the security system works very well within GTEDS now. I probably have heard some of the rumors that you haven't heard that I'll be glad to share with you about what this was going to be. None of those rumors included TCOM, I might add. This has been a success. It's been a very exciting effort for all of us. The people that came forward much deserved the applause which they received. But I might add that there were scores of others who aren't considered by this assemblage as part of the team, but without those others supporting in the background, answering questions, providing counsel on contracts as we got from legal or help on procurement, we would not have moved as fast, as far, or as well as we did. So this has been, in essence, a combined arms effort. Virtually every department within GTEDS was involved, some longer than others, some with more requirement than others, but from sciences to legal to systems to services, every single one has been involved. And so I personally feel obliged to thank all of you for your contribution, and most of all to Ray and the team which he put together and led so effectively that got us where we are today, and more importantly, will carry us to much greater success with TCOM in the future, because there's a lot more out there and we're going to go get it. Thank you.
I always like to let John go first because then I know how much time I have left. But, well, I don't go as far west as you do, Don. I only go to Tarpon Springs, but we got a little saying over there. And if anybody ever sees the cartoon, The Far Side, in the paper, you remember there are these two eagle-like birds sitting on the phone wires looking down, and one looks at the other and says, "Patience, hell, let's go kill something." That, by the way, kind of wraps it all up for me. You know, we were in some heavy competition, and we got the contract, we met the dates. GTEDS did that. It wasn't just TCOM, and I just have to support everything that John Neal said in terms of the help we got. We'll still need a little bit more help, and we would appreciate that as it comes by. And we do appreciate this, by the way, Don. It was a big surprise, and I'm sure that all the folks will make a point to remember this for the rest of their careers. But thanks again, and maybe we'll be back here next year with the next bear if somebody can find one for us. Thank you.
was talking to Ray when he was sitting down here in the audience here, and Dan Lawson was unable to attend this. He's got to be in Norwalk today. And Dan had covered this thing pretty well with Ray. He says, you represent me and handle any questions that may come from an information system standpoint. So Ray is saying, don't throw me any tough ones today. So he didn't know. We're fortunate to have a winning team composed of these outstanding individuals. The TCOM team included people from CSD and information systems, but as John so eloquently said, the rest of the corporation supported their efforts entirely. Information services and support through the financial, legal, and the rest of the company. I promise you that when anyone in GTEDS is successful, we will find innovative and appropriate ways, such as this meeting today, to recognize and reward these achievements. Nothing would please me more than to do this type of thing again, and if I could do it next week, I would do it next week. I'm looking for more success some more success stories like TCOM. Keep them coming. I'd love to get up here under these lights and do this thing again and again and again. So again, congratulations to the TCOM team and all the support activities. I really thank you for what you have done to represent GTE Data Services on a national level. Again, congratulations. Thank you. Could I have the TCOM members back up here for some photographs too, please? Thank you.